Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica and today we are continuing making my Newcrest project. And this time it is a vet clinic. I know that I've built a vet clinic like less than half a year ago, but it's been almost half a year ago, so that's been a while. So now it is time to build another one. And here we are in Newcrest in the same area where we have all of our starter homes on a 30 by 20 lot now. And we are building a vet clinic. As I was saying that the majority of our exterior is almost figured out, like the shell, of course, not the whole exterior. We didn't color anything yet, but it's not gonna take me long to do that. So as for the whole exterior, as you see, mostly I did go for something I already have done before. So at first I started to make the whole shell, and then I thought like, it looks kind of familiar. And then I figured out that I literally did the same stuff I did when I was making my wedding stories pack build, when I was making a wedding venue for my Legacy Challenge themes. And I thought that no, that will not do. I need to do something else. So I had to redo the back. I will do it later. You will see it, of course. And I had to do the front a bit differently from what I have done before. So we have here a couple of side doors. We have like a large front porch, and later I was struggling a lot with trying to figure out what I need to do with all these hallway which was created by these side doors, because it was an awkward hallway in the end and I did not like the way it looked. But I figured it out, I think, in the end, and it turned out quite nicely. And back to my Newcrest project. You might remember that in this area we have a couple of 20 by 15 lots, which are perfect for starter homes, because you wouldn't want to build a starter home on a 40 by 30 lot, unless you're playing a Legacy Challenge, I think. But usually you would not want to do that. So in here, I just thought that maybe it's like a perfect area to make like a starter area or make like a family area. So in here we have a couple of starter homes, and these starter homes, like one of them is only 1-bedroom house. The other one has 2 bedrooms, so it's perfect if you maybe start with a tiny family. And another house in here is a 40K house. And a funny thing about this build too, you will see that the 40K house will just appear on the side of this whole build. And that is because I did build this vet clinic in 2 takes, because I still get a little bit overwhelmed with community lots, and vet clinic is not the difficult of a community lot, but I still get a bit overwhelmed with them. As you see, it had appeared like maybe a couple of moments ago. This 40K house is like a next tier house, maybe when your family is getting bigger, when you've lived with 1 generation already maybe, and you have some money, you can move to the house which is a little bigger, and you can have some more stuff around, you can have some more family around. As for the rest area of this whole area of Ucrest, I was imagining that in here we'll have a vet clinic, just in case maybe some of you sims have a pet. And also the last lot we have in this area, I'm planning to make it a dog park. And I think it's gonna be also a nice touch, because we do not have that much around Newcrest, like we do not have anything in Newcrest. So having a couple of lots, like visitable lots in one area, I think it's a win already. You're not gonna go and visit every single residential lot like anytime you want, because it's gonna be maybe weird, like maybe you don't know these sims, why would you come over to them? So I just imagine that maybe making a couple of community lots in this whole area of Newcrest is going to be a nice touch, because it is a nice area of Newcrest. We have some stuff around. Like in here we have a couple of grills, we have monkey bars, we have stuff to do for your kids. If you have seasons, we have there a bucket, so you can start like a water balloon fight. Or here we have like this roller skater arena where you can just skate for fun if you really want to. You can fish in here, you can grab some collectibles around here, because Newcrest has much more collectibles than some of the new wards. So it's still quite a useful area to be. And having the vet clinic is actually, and this vet clinic, I would say, is actually quite useful if maybe you're starting like with Dear Millions, maybe you're playing a Legacy Challenge. This vet clinic might come in quite useful, because in here we have literally everything you might need to fix all of your needs. Like we aren't gonna have here TV, of course, so you won't be able to fix your fund really easily, and I don't think that I did place here a stereo. But in here I did place like a partly functional kitchen, so we have there a fridge, We have their microwave, we have their coffee machine. Also here we have several bathrooms, so you can wash your hands several times to fix your hygiene need. You can also use a toilet because of course we have bathrooms in here. And I did place here like a staff room, just in case maybe people from your staff want to relax a bit. And oh, when I told you that I don't have here a TV and a stereo, I lied, because in the staff room I did place this TV and stereo set from Tiny Living. So in the staff room we have both TV and stereo and a bed, because in the staff room I also did place a Murphy bed. So you can sit here on the couch, you can maybe watch some TV to fix your fun, and also you can put the couch down and sleep in there. All useful, and that was just what I imagined for the whole build. Make the most use of the whole house, like make everything you can. So that is why this vet clinic is gonna be like completely functional, of course, because I'm not leaving you with partly functional build. And this vet clinic is gonna be really useful if you really want to use it as some kind of a community lot, but I do not recommend you to switch it to anything else. And for need fixing, there are not only several grills around in the area, I also did place one on the outside area of this vet clinic. And on the outside, we have like a tiny park of our own, because we have there like not a park, like a tiny square, like green square, where we have a fountain, we have a couple of benches, we have a lot of trash cans, of course, because I think like for realism of it, in real community areas, there's gonna be a trash can like near every single bench. At least where I live, it works like that. I know, like if you live in Korea, it's not gonna be like that. But I think that where I live, it's like a usual thing to see a trash can like literally everywhere you go. And back to the vet clinic, because I think that I did not tell you anything about the build being a vet clinic at all. For this vet clinic, we have like a 2 stories. We have a lot of equipment you might need to work as a vet, of course. In here we have 4 exam tables, we have 2 vet podiums at their disposal, 22 ones of them actually. I didn't consider that I did place here 22 trash cans. We have 1 surgery station, and we have a couple of medicine crafting table and a vending machine. So we have literally everything you might need to function as a vet. I decided not to overclutter every single exam room, because if you do that, sometimes you can make it so that it is not functional. So I decided not to make it like too much. So in a couple of exam rooms, on the first floor, we only have exam tables, and we have this like lab table to create medicine. On the second floor, in one of the bigger rooms, we have a surgery station. And also in one of the rooms, we only have an exam table, because it was all that room could fit. So I decided not to play there too much. And I was struggling in this build really a lot with the entryway, because it turned out to be like a huge box, the huge hallway box, and I didn't know what is appropriate to place in there. So in the end, I decided to play there like just a couple of storage units, like maybe if you come into this vet clinic, it's like a family-owned vet clinic, so they ask you to maybe remove your shoes, maybe put on some, I don't know, something on your shoes so they don't get dirty, or that you don't get the place dirty. So there are some shoes underneath, and there are a couple of coat racks, and I did place there some clothes. I know that it doesn't look like coats, anything like coats, it looks just like regular clothes. But I can imagine that these are coats and not skirts and pants and shirts and stuff like that. So if your imagination works, I think you can do the same. So in here, as I was struggling a lot with the entryway, of course, I think that I managed to figure it out nicely and make it like a nice entryway where you have a couple of vet podiums where you can register to get help for your pet. And as for the main exterior, you might have seen that I did place like some kind of a living area downstairs. I did place several vending machines downstairs. I did place there like a whole dining area. And that is just because sometimes taking care of your pet at the vet office takes so much time in the Sims, so that maybe your Sims, even if their hunger is full, by the end of the whole examination only, your Sim might get like hungry, like in the red area hungry. So I decided to place here everything you might need to eat. I decided to place here everything you might need to sleep, just in case you will want to fix your needs. And I think that it turned out okay, so that you really have everything you might need to have. And I did like the usual stuff for me, as you have seen, but in every exam room I decided to make like a couch area where the owner of the pet maybe is going to wait while their pet is going to be treated. And I decided to make like a separation between a couple of areas in every single exam room, like one of the area where we have a tiny couch for an owner of the pet to wait. I decided to place there like a wooden floorings, the same ones we have everywhere else around the building. But in the whole exam area, or maybe surgery area or lab area, we have exclusively tiles. And I think that actually is quite fitting, because for areas like these, tiles, they're much easier to clean. I think it's really like a nice touch, and these places need to be like pristine clean. So I thought that it's a nice touch. And as for now, you might have seen that sneaky thing I did with the cat litter box I did place under the stairs. So in the whole area, I think that this whole build turned out quite nicely. And now, as I'm saying that, I'm just putting some final decor all the way around, and everything that is left is only like a staff room, it's a couple of bathrooms, and the whole landscaping. And I think that now I can pop back into the game and show you what this build ended up to be. So this is the final product. I kind of tried to blend in the whole area around my vet clinic with the area around the lot, but I don't think that I managed it well, but I think that it still looks beautiful. So in here we have like all the pathway all the way around it. Of course, it leads to nothing, like it's wider pathway around the vet clinic than everywhere else, and that's it. And in here we have entryway number 1 and entryway number 2. We have some stones around scattered. I just thought that it looks like it makes landscaping looking a bit better. We have a sign which leads to our vet clinic. In here we have like our tiny park area where you can just hang out, maybe enjoy the weather, maybe grill something and stuff like that. And you can access it from the vet clinic from the back door. And as you go through the main gate, you enter to this like entryway where you can maybe hang your clothes, maybe you can change your shoes. Here you can also register into the vet clinic. And as you enter this area, you can just sit here, maybe eat something while you're waiting for your pet to be treated, or while you're waiting for your pet to be called to be treated, because sometimes it takes as long as just being treated in the game. And in here we can also sit, maybe you can read something in here, maybe you can eat something here as well. In here I have a couple of bathrooms, they are pretty much the same. We have a flower on every single one of them. And these are those benches where I imagine that you might wait for your pet outside, but you can also wait for your pet inside. So in every single exam room, I decided to place a spot like that. So here we have a couple of exam tables, a couple of lab tables, and as we go upstairs, here we have like this reading area. So in case you're a bit bored, your Sims might just go up here and maybe fix their phone up with just some reading. I have here a couple of mirrors, a fish tank, and yes, these are the new bookshelves from Crystal Creations pack, and I was really excited to use them, so I decided not to just wait and fit it in the first build I make after this pack is released, so it is it. And in here we have another bathroom. It's pretty much the same with this ugly cacti, but I just thought that it looks pretty in here. It's ugly, but it's pretty. And here we have a tiny exam room, and I replaced the same curtains in every single room inside. As for the upstairs, also we have this exam room. It's pretty much the same as every single one of them, but this one has a surgery table and another flower in here. And this is our staff room. So in here, your Sims, if they are really tired, they might sleep. And they might watch some TV and maybe listen to some music, or maybe read some books. As if this was not enough, but they can read some books in here as well. And yeah, we have trash can in every single corner, like in here, in every single exam room, in every single hallway. So in case your Sims want to get dirty, they won't be able to do that. And if you're wondering where this sneaky room leads, it's a cat toilet, and I decided to make here like a fun one. I'm gonna show it to you. Let's go to the tab view. This is our cat toilet. Cat has a little window outside and I decided to place a tree outside for some privacy for the cat. This toilet is under the stairs, I know that, but it's still a pretty toilet because you see we have a flower, we have a picture, we have a window, everything you might need, everything your cat might want. So that is pretty much the build, and it is already on my gallery. So you can find it by Vet for Beach by Way on my gallery, by my hashtag Globerant or Newcrest Project hashtag, whatever you want to find it by. So if you like videos like that, you can subscribe to my channel. And I think that this must be a goodbye.